Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the finale of the third season of Lost. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. Speaking about links in the description, we have been running our most likely to dislike characters of this season, and it is time to reveal your guys' results. I'm also going to have my say, and I can't wait to see who everybody has chosen. It's been very interesting this season. Obviously we've had a high influx of the others, you know what I mean? We've seen their base of operations, we've had them, you know, hold Kate, Sawyer and obviously Jack pretty much prisoners, and you know, we've had new characters like Juliet introduced, as well as other characters as well. More of Tom have been included into the season, as well as Richard and Ben, who have played big factors in it as well. So I can't wait to see who everybody chooses for their characters. If you're interested, then please do stick around, because we're going to do that now. If not, please just use the timestamps below and you can obviously click and watch the full video. So thanks so much. Let's just jump over and do that now. Okay, so here we are on our most disliked characters of season 3. Very interested to see who you guys choose. I think it's between 3 people this season. You know, I think Juliet is a good contender, but she's got the benefits with me where, like, I don't want her to leave the show, and I don't really dislike her, but I've enjoyed her in the show, but I've also not liked quite a lot of stuff that she's been doing, and the mystique that's been around her, if that makes sense. You know, if you've watched Euphoria on the channel before, I've said that Jules in season 1, she was probably my most liked character, but she was also my most disliked, because she's done loads of things that stressed me out, but loads of entertaining things that I really enjoyed. And Juliet's kind of one of them. I really enjoyed her backstory. She was the first person that we kind of got a backstory of that wasn't part of the original people that landed on the plane. So I really enjoyed that, and the progression of a character. I've liked her relationship with Jack. You know, and what was happening at the start, basically, I was trying to figure out whose side she was on here and there, do you know what I mean, and learning. But then she's done loads of stuff that stressed me out as well. She actually really has. And up until, you know, quite recently, I'm not really too sure what side she's truly on, or she's just playing everybody because she wants to just get her own thing. Do you know what I mean? So she's a contender. Another one as well to me is Kate. I believe Kate's had a decent season as well, but she's also... I really like Sawyer, and I feel like the jumping back and forth, you know what I mean? Like, I personally, watching it, thinks that she really wants to be with Jack, and she flirts with him all the time, and recently Jack's not been taking it because he's kind of liking Juliet and he's spending more time with her, and all Kate's doing then is like bouncing away, and she's going towards Sawyer, and she's kind of like using him, which is totally fine if Sawyer knew that. Do you know what I mean? Like, once Sawyer figured that out, I think, you know, he said, look mate, if you want to use me, just say it, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? But I really like Sawyer. I think that he actually hardcore cares for Kate, loves her so much, and you know what I mean, I don't really like him being used, so that's why she's a contender. And then we've got Mr. Locke. You know, ever since season 1, I always thought that, you know, he's a bit, you know, iffy here and there. I'm not even too sure if he was on whose side, do you know what I mean? He's kind of confirmed this season he's on his own side. He's doing whatever he wants. He's not picking anybody, isn't it? He's just going around being Locke. He's trying to explore the island, you know, what it has to offer, and try and search answers pretty much. And he's not really ready to cross everybody and, you know what I mean? And, like, basically... lose his friends, but he's just willing to do whatever it takes really to get his own answers, and whether it is just leaving people behind, or, do you know what I mean, like using and manipulating people himself to get his own way. I feel like that's kind of what he's been doing. And do you know what, I actually am going to pick Mr. Locke this season. It's very interesting that, actually. I never thought I would actually pick him, but, you know, I've just been not disappointed with his character, but I feel like, you know, the decisions that he's been making have not been the best, even though I did like he blowing up the submarine. It was actually really, really good and clever, and you know, that did throw a bit of shockwaves for everybody. But let's see who everybody's chosen. And here we are. This is the most disliked characters of season 3, and Locke has took the lead. Yes, this is the first time John Locke has taken the most disliked characters. I'm pretty sure he's been on the top of the most liked characters in one of the seasons as well, which is very interesting. It's all about storytelling, show writing, and obviously, you know, this season I voted for him. You guys have obviously chosen him as well. In the lead with 21 votes, Kate's come in second with 10, with Juliet in third place with 7. Now, the interesting thing is, when we done that on the Patreon, it was Locke, Juliet, and Kate, so it's pretty not really changed. You know, the top 3 have stayed the same. And then it's interesting that Mr. Echo's actually got 2 dislikes. Son's got 1, Jack's got 3, and obviously Ben with 6 as well. I actually personally think Ben is a really interesting character. I can understand why people dislike him. There's a lot to actually dislike about Ben if you just look at him in terms of how he is, the lies that he tells, you know what I mean? You never know if he's really truthful, but then when he gives his word, he kind of is truthful because he needs to look strong for his people, doesn't he? So that's really interesting. You know, first time, one of the first times I would say that I've actually chosen one of them, and then it's actually become the actual answer that everybody else has done as well. So we're all on the same wavelength this season, which has been really, really good. I actually think it's been a great season, honestly. I really, really do. And I cannot wait to see who you guys have chosen for your most liked character of season 3. So here we are on our most liked characters of season 3. Now, to be honest, I think Charlie's had a really good season. I like Charlie. You know, everything, we've had the build-up, Desmond and all that. He's deaf. He's going to die. Is he going to? Is he not? He survived. You know what I mean? Going down to the station. What a great season he's had. You know what I mean? Even writing his list out, it was sad. I thought he was going to be gone then, and then he popped up and the women's got him. And it's just the madness that has followed his season. He's really good. And to be honest, I wasn't too sure how I was going to take Charlie's character in season 1 and 2 to get to this point. It was a slow burner for me, you know what I mean? I thought that I was going to get like a proper hardcore drug addict and he was going to try and like manipulate and use everybody and just like kind of like be the arsehole of the island. But we didn't actually get that. I was really proud of him when he decided to throw his drugs away. And I personally... we haven't seen him do it, but I personally believe that when he said that he stopped using, he actually did stop using, and he was just using those, you know, the Virgin Marys as if like a symbol to show his progression to himself. And I think that, you know, his character's really, really progressed throughout the show. And, you know, it's going to be sad, mate, if he's not going to be in any future seasons. It really, really is. But I really like Jin as well. But half the time, he's not speaking English. I don't really know what he's saying. He's just going on. Yeah, I'm loving that he's learning it. He makes me laugh, and I think he's a good character, but I don't think he has near enough screen time to be voted as a most liked character. And that sounds a bit ruthless, but, you know, if you're going to pick somebody who's been in it, you want him to be in it the majority of the season, don't you? You don't want somebody to dip in for a couple of episodes and then dip out. And the reason why I'm picking my character for the second time for the most liked is going to be Sawyer. Yeah, Sawyer is my most liked character of this season, and the reason is he's been heavily involved since the first episode. Locked in his cage, Carl was in the other one, tried to escape, got captured. He's been going through all of this stuff with Kate, which I thought was decent. I liked him in that cage as well, doing the bear trap, but Tom was laughing, saying, you know, it took the bear like 5 minutes, it took you like 5 days to get the food, you know what I mean? Thought he had that pacemaker in him, and then he didn't, and then he's just had a solid season. He actually really has. Even sailing back to the island, and then Kate was like returning back, and he's like, no, we're not, mate. You know, Jack said don't. He risked his life for us, and that's what we're going to do. We're doing it this, and we're doing it that, and I think he's been really good. Another person that's had a fantastic progression, just going straight up in my opinion. Charlie and him, great. Let's see who you guys have voted for. Okay, so here we are in our most liked characters of season 3, and would you believe it, Ben has topped the list. Yes, he was nearly in 3rd place of being the most disliked characters, and now he has come up on top of the most liked character. It's very interesting to see how one person can change people's opinions. You know, some people really like him, some people don't. It's like my mate. You either love us or you hate us, and Ben is at the top. It's very interesting. He's got 14 votes, sorry, he's got 10, and Jack has got 8, with Juliet with 8 as well, which is interesting because she was in the top 3 as well in the most disliked. So that is amazing to see. This is why I love doing it. You know, if I was just doing it and taking it off my own opinion, I would never know what everybody else is obviously taking from the show and how they're perceiving each characters. And this is why it's amazing and it's beautiful to see obviously everybody doing their input. And Ben, like I just mentioned a minute ago, is a fantastic character. He's been so interesting ever since he's been introduced. He's so smug. He's always got a plan. You know what I mean? I feel like he knows what he's doing, and he tries to manipulate every single person to get there. He tries to make them do it his way, but make it think like it's their way of doing it, if that makes sense. And then he just gets what he wants all of the time. He seems to always come up on top, and I'm interested to see obviously how we pursue and move forward with him. I hope he doesn't leave the show, if I'm being totally honest. I really, really don't. I want Juliet to stay in it as well, just because, you know, the couple of new characters that we've had introduced in the past have all kind of died away and dwindled off, haven't they? And you know, I feel like the introduction of Juliet has been really good with Jack, to be honest. It's made his character decent as well, and I feel like obviously taking a bit of the, I don't know, viewership kind of off Jack and Kate, it's enhanced Sawyer and Kate as well. But all the characters I feel like have progressed and stepped up a little bit this season. And again, look, if you look at Locke, who was on the most disliked a minute ago, he's still got 5 votes here for being the most liked. So it's really interesting to see obviously everybody's votes, and that's why I love doing it. And as a brief little bonus, we've got our most liked seasons of the show now running. All 6 seasons are there. You can choose 3 of your favourite ones, and then obviously the final results will be shown in the last season. But the interesting thing is, not many people know this is up, and looking at this, you know, season 6 has got 8 votes, season 3 has got 9, but season 4, 5 and 6 that we haven't even seen on the channel yet are currently in the lead over pretty much 3 seasons that we actually have watched, and I've loved the first 3 seasons. So if it's just going to get better, then how can I complain? I'm going to be loving it. I really, really am. It's been amazing so far for the first 3. Then we've got 3 more going, and you guys are saying it's even better than the 3 that we've watched. Pfft, cannot wait for it. And if you guys can't wait for the next series on the channel after this, which will be a sad day, it's going to be one of these. 3 votes are allowed again, but looks like Prison Break is absolutely smashing it so far. Look at that. It's got 330 votes. It's well in the lead. Dark's got 123. True Blood, 111. What we've got? Sex Education, 127. Orphan Black, 108. And then we've got Sense8 with 135. So if you want something to beat Prison Break, it's going to have to be one of them. So far, look at this. 1,432 people are taking part. You guys are absolutely amazing. And like I said, if you're interested in voting for the next show on the channel, that's that one. If you're interested in voting for the best seasons of Lost, that's this one. All the links in the description below. So just like to come back to the homepage here and just say thanks so much for everybody that's engaging in the channel. As you can see there, 1,400 people have voted for the next show on the channel. We've got people taking part already in the most liked seasons of the show. People obviously taking part in the most liked characters of each season. And, you know, without everybody's comments and contributions and the Patreons, then, you know, this channel wouldn't be where it is today. And you guys absolutely make it amazing and make it so much fun. I do apologise that I don't manage to speak to every single person who leaves the comments, but I do read them. It's just that I get, I don't know, about 100 a day across all platforms, and it's really, really hard. But I do read them, and you guys keep me informed, and, you know, I make loads of mistakes going, you know, into it and understanding stuff, and it's always you guys that pull me back on to the straight and narrow. So I just like to just say, if I don't comment against one of yours, I do read it, and I do appreciate every single person that does take part. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully, guys do enjoy today's finale. If you do, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into the finale of Season 3 of Lost. Just careless and reckless, isn't it? He's got no care for anything.
Is the funeral over? There was no funeral, sir. Only a viewing. Nobody showed up. Would you like me to open it up?
No. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I want to know who it is.
No.
That Jack stresses me out. It actually does. Because he's so different to this one.
Take you to the tower, but I'm not leaving the island. There's no place for me back there. This is my home now.
We need to talk.
Wonder what Alex is doing. Like, what's she thinking?
What did Ben say? Can we kill him?
Is it possible to turn this equipment off? The equipment that's jamming the island, can you turn it off?
Ben gave us the code.
You're the only ones who have it.
Yeah.
I too am following orders.
Oh. Shot him with that. One Desmond. Yes. Needs to put a code in. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Benjamin. I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Don't talk to him!
Jack, you've just killed 7 of my people. The least you can give me is 5 minutes.
There's only 2 sets of tracks, isn't hers?
5 minutes.
Dr. Shepard, you can't write a prescription for yourself.
That's not me.
I'm gonna have to call your father's office to confirm
He's out of
this.
town right now.
Well, I'm sure somebody in the office.
Don't bother.
Addicted to his drugs. Don't like seeing him that way. He just feels so weird.
Not so long ago, Jack, I made a decision that took the lives of over 40 people in a single day. History is about to repeat itself. The woman you're traveling with, the one who parachuted onto the island from a helicopter, she's not who she says she is. She's a representative of some people who have been trying to find this island. So here's what has to happen. Get that device, the phone she carries with her, and give it to me. We'll go back to my people. You will turn around and go back to your people. May I have my walkie back? There's something you need to hear. Tom, are you there? Your plan killed 7 of my people, but the ones that you failed to kill are now holding your friends. Tom, unless you hear my voice, in 1 minute, shoot all 3 of them. 40 seconds.
I'm getting them all off the island. All of them!
Let me ask you something, Jack. Why do you want to leave the island? You have no one. Your father's dead, your wife left you, moved on with another man. 3.
No.
I'm so sorry, Jack.
I'd have to get back on the talkie me and see who actually got killed.
I'm gonna lead my people up to the radio tower, and I'm gonna get them all rescued. And then I'm gonna come find you, and I'm gonna kill you.
Didn't actually see. We didn't see if Tom killed anybody there. That was a little bit of oh, what's the word, mate? You know, like it's left us guessing pretty much. Anticipation. You know what I mean? Like somebody's been shot, or have they just shot the guns to make it look like it? And what was Ben trying to get out of that? Because, you know what I mean? He must have known that he was getting beaten up. I don't know, man. This thing here with this Nadia is very, very interesting. First of all, do you think Nadia sounds like me? Because she's from Manchester, apparently. She does kind of sound like she's from Manchester, if I'm being honest. She does sound like it. I feel like I sound different to her, but I don't know. Might be because I don't know. I can hear myself every day. She does sound a little bit like Charlie said he was from Manchester, but Charlie sounds nothing like me, in my personal opinion. She sounds closer, but I still think we're different. But he's saying that she's the bad people. They've been trying to find the island for years. I don't know, man. Very interesting. He did see, well, did we see Claire get taken away? I don't know. Desmond did go through all of this plan, didn't he? Hey, you know what? I literally have no idea who to trust and who to not, and that's really good because we literally are in the final episode.
Let's get this over with, okay? What's the code? World's gonna die down here, all right? Let's be perfectly honest. A one-eyed maniac just killed your friend. He shot you in the back. The opportunity to make Ben very, very angry. Start again. Start again.
Good vibrations. On the keypad. It was programmed by a musician.
Charlie will know the beat, won't he? Yeah, he'll know how to put it in, surely.
He's coming with us.
Alex, this is your mother.
I hope I die him up.
I like that scene. I like Russo. I wish that's a happy ending, honestly. If it's on the island, get taken away, I don't care, man. I just want it to be happy.
What happened?
He killed him. Bernard, Jin, Saeed, all three of them. We can't tell Rose. Or son, not yet.
Here we go.
It was an order, Tom. We had to follow it.
Ben doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's lost it. Instead of putting 3 bullets in the damn sand, we should have killed him for real.
Is this still part of Ben's plan? He must have walked them earlier on, mustn't he? That sounds like a car. Hurley's coming. Yes, lad. Come on, Saeed. Now hit him. Yes. Oh, look at that leg strength.
Okay. I give up.
I knew that he was going to kill him. He said that he was going to get him when he was in the trees.
That's for taking the kid off the raft.
Didn't even hesitate.
I didn't believe him.
Yeah, I don't blame him. You know what I mean? He said to him, mate, he vowed it. When he was in there, when he got Kate and he got him to drop the weapons, you and me ain't done, mate. Do you know what I mean? That's what he said. And he's finally got it, you know. I know he said that he was for taking the kid, taking Walt off the raft. But it was for that as well. It was good. No hesitation anymore. Just bang. Last episode, he was kind of a bit depressed in it. Kate was referencing him. What's happened since you've been with Locke? Nobody knows that he killed, obviously, Sawyer. Obviously, Locke's dad. Locke's still in that thing, innit? We're not seeing him get out yet, even though Walt did come over and speak to him. Very interesting episode so far. It seems like Ben did already pre-warn him that he was going to radio in. That's what I think. That's why they shot the 3 things into the sand. Tom wanted to kill him. Saeed used his leg strength. Bang, snap that guy's neck. Interesting. Hurley's coming in clutch as well. I wanted him to do that. Makes him feel part of it. It's good. You know, this episode's been really good so far. Proper addicted, Jack, innit?
Let's go to my office, Jack. So let's just walk down to my office.
If you got something to say to me, you can say it to me.
Mrs. Arlen, the woman you saved, woke up in recovery about 2 hours ago. She says she was driving over the bridge when she saw a man standing on top of the railing. She was distracted and lost control of her car. She ran into the median, rolled over, and was hit by the van behind her. What were you doing on that bridge?
Don't you look at me like that. Don't you?
I'm trying to help you.
You can't help me!
Look at everyone here again. Who was in that casket? Honestly, no joke, right? This Jack, even though his acting's been really good, actually, it's totally different to the Jack that we've seen through the 3 seasons. This one stresses me out, man. He proper stresses me out. He's acting really well, and because he's totally different. I don't like it. I actually don't like it. But I'm very intrigued. I don't know who's in that casket, what's making him go out like this. You know what I mean? Why has he started taking the medicine and drinking? Do you know what I mean? It's very interesting. Also, I've got to say it, say last episode, say it again, mate. The guy grows a good beard. That is some thick one.
Attention others. Come in, others. I want you to know that we got you, bastards. Where are you? What's going on? Yeah, I went back to help Juliet and Sawyer. I saved them.
Bernard and Jin and Saeed, they're with you?
Yeah, dude, I told you. I saved them all.
Now I turn to him. I know like he's doing something. He's planned something. It's Charlie there.
Charlie, did he make it back yet?
Not yet, but they're probably paddling home as we speak.
It's diving gear in those racks, yeah? Why don't you take care of that? I'll tap out good vibrations. All right.
Oh, please. Especially with diving gear there, man. It's giving us fucking hope.
Yeah, he's here. He's with me.
Mikhail's gone. Oh, mate. Guy's committed. Charlie, what are you doing? He could have gone in and shut the door. Killed himself. I'm fucking fuming, man. Honestly. Did not have to die then. He could literally be stood there where fucking Desmond is right now. If I was Desmond, right, I'd fucking get that scuba diving gear, go down, spin round, he'd get him pulled out of there. Yeah, okay, he's like that, but I wouldn't stop me.
The Rock's diary swam down to the station. Charlie just got us rescued.
Do I sound like that? I actually don't like it. Oh, I'm pissed off me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I hate it. I've said it all season, man. We built up to it all the way. I literally just... Just I don't know, man. I prefer death just happening straight away, or like the shock of it. You know what I mean? Like, not this. Could he die? No. Could he? No. Could he? Could no. Could he? No. Like, to me, he could have got out of that door. I don't understand it. Like, it's not even, to me, it made it more stressful for me. Like, Mikhail was outside with a grenade, right? Why did he not run, go out, shut that door, and turn the circle? You know, the handle where Desmond was. All that water would still have flooded in, but he would have been on that side with Desmond. He could have kitted up, got the thing, and swam off. Like, I physically don't get it. That was so unnecessary. And now Charlie's dead, and I like Charlie as well, and it's just made me upset and sad. This better finish well this season, because currently it's finishing annoying me.
Trousseau's message is still blocking the signal.
They're proper trapped now, aren't they? They're no longer nowhere near the beach. Look how far out they are. You know what? When she landed on the island, she was speaking in Spanish.
3 days before you were born. I guess we don't need it anymore.
I'm getting something.
Ben's telling the truth.
You think you're saving your people, but you need to stop this. Jack, please, you don't know what you're doing.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Reckon he's gonna take it up her. Who's killed her? I forgot about Locke.
Step back, Jack. Stay away from the phone.
But John, shoot him! Do what you need.
I will kill you.
Jack. Who is this? My name's Jack Shepard. Are you on the boat, the freighter? Naomi. Naomi told us about your search team, about the boat. I'm one of the survivors of Oceanic Flight 815.
Sit tight. We'll be right there.
You know what? I can't wait to see actually who comes to the island. It's definitely not a rescue anyway. I actually firmly don't believe that.
Hello? Whoa, wait, don't hang up. I just need to see you.
What an absolute mystery Jack is in this backstory. What the fuck? It's supposed to be after.
Saw you on the news, still pulling people out of burning wreckage, huh? Why did you call me Jack?
I was hoping that you'd heard. Been flying a lot. The golden pass that they gave us.
Why?
Because I want it to crash, Kate. I don't care about anybody else on board. We made a mistake.
I have to go. He's gonna be wondering where I am.
Who's died? Who's he?
We're not supposed to leave.
What is this? Is this actually happened? Have they been rescued, or is this like something that could have possibly happened? I don't know. Just like a premonition.
Back, Kate.
That was actually really interesting. That. And you know what? I cannot believe that is how we finished the season. I actually think they did get rescued. I think that they hate it and then they go back. Like we've seen with people hate it when I mention other shows. So we've seen it with a big popular show that's on Netflix, probably the most watched show of Netflix's production. In there, they take part in something, then they all get let go, and then they all decide to come back. So if you know, you know. It's one of those ones. That's the same here. They've done the call, they've left, they've come back to the real world, so to speak. And they just depressed, they hate it, they got nothing here going for them, do you know what I mean? They wish that they was back there, carefree, living it, loving life. You know what I mean? I've said it multiple times, me, like, being there on the island, yeah, okay, I would rather be in modern day civilization, but, like, when you're here, you have to work, you know what I mean? You have to go through everything, just to have a decent way of living. You know what I mean? Somebody can in a box house, somebody can be in a massive house, but like on the island, everybody's equal. There's no layers. There's no I'm better than you. There's no person earning more money. There's no one putting in more effort. It's a team. It's a group. It's collective. Do you know what I mean? You feel more with people. You got family. There's no pressures of waking up and having to do this and having to do that. It's like just get up and survive and to live and enjoy yourself. And yes, there's stress of obviously Ben and everybody else coming in, but in the whole thing and scheme of things, you know what I mean? It would be quite decent. Locke doesn't want to go off the island, obviously. He's saying it's a mistake. I'm not too sure where he's got that info from, why he's saying it. We haven't really progressed any more since he's been shot. We've seen Walt, but that was it. Like, there's no real explanation to him coming and throwing a knife and killing Nadia and then wanting to shoot Jack and maybe take the phone off him. He's obviously seen it and he knows, but like, how? And what does he know? We haven't been told that. Ben knew that it's not real. Charlie knew that it wasn't, you know, the boat. So what's actually happening? Do you know what I mean? It is interesting. Charlie's died, looks like it. Nadia's died as well. Ben's been beaten up. We've had Tom die. 2 other people die as well. Was chaotic. It was a good episode. Desmond, I'm assuming, is still alive. Mikhail killed himself. So, I mean, a lot of stuff went on in these last 2 episodes. I thought this was a backstory of Jack and everything that was going on. I said that, you know, even though he looks pretty cool and that, like, he was stressing me out a little bit because it's not the Jack that we're used to. And it was kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, he's just probably stressing me out. Like, his acting was really good. You know what I mean? I feel like his acting was great in these last 2 episodes. Kate, for example, there, I think this is a prime example, this show, of, like, where you don't need makeup. Obviously they wear it on the island and stuff like that, but minimal. Like, I think Kate looks so much better on the island and prettier, like in more of a natural kind of state than she did kind of there when she was back. And she was like, I could tell she was full of makeup then compared to the other one. And you know, how's she there? If they've been saved and they are here, have everybody been pardoned from all of the shit that they've done in the past? You know what I mean? Because they've got a golden ticket, they can fly around everywhere. I'm guessing not many people would take it. You know, if you was in a plane crash, you probably never want to go on again, where Jackie's saying he wants to go on it all the time because basically, you know what I mean, he wants to be back there and he regrets leaving. And that is pretty much what Ben was saying. You're not meant to go, you will regret it. So who knows if we've future forwarded it and like it's giving us a tease for season 4. I have no idea, but I cannot wait to jump into it and find out what it has to offer. Okay, and that's going to wrap up the finale of season 3. I cannot believe we are this far already in. Basically, we're halfway out where we've got 4, 5, and 6. 3 more seasons, just like the 3 that we've boxed off. And the show is done. Now, I'd like to thank every single person that has taken part in the most liked to dislike characters vote. You guys are amazing. Hopefully, you know, your character won the list, who you chose. If not, you know, you're surprised with what everybody chosen. It's really interesting, and I love doing it. It obviously shows that everybody has different opinions. Every time I pick somebody, everybody else has something else to say, and that's the beauty of watching it. You know, if we all sit here and just watch it and think our opinion is the correct one, you know, you're never going to know other people's opinions, and that's the beauty of doing this and reading everybody's comments. It's fantastic. And if you'd like to vote on, obviously, your most liked season of the show so far, well, overall, actually, we are running in the description as well with the other votes. 3 votes allow for the 6 seasons. You choose the top 3, and in the final episode of the 6th season, we will see which is the best 3 seasons that everybody's choosing. So that would be really, really interesting. Now, today, it looks like we've had the death of Charlie, and I'm not going to lie, it's actually really annoyed me, peed me off, stressed me out, I'm fuming, you know, all of the above. Do you know what I mean? I can't believe that he's actually died. We teased it all season, and I expected it, but then when they didn't pull it, I was hopeful that he'd stay alive, and then we pulled it again in possibly the worst way, in my personal opinion. Like, sometimes it's inevitable when somebody does something to save somebody, so just pretend saying, Tom ran into camp and he was about to shoot Claire, and Charlie ran and dived in the way and got hit and he died. I'd be sad and upset, but I'd be like, go on, Charlie, lad. Do you know what I mean? The shock factor of him saving, obviously, like Claire, but also dying and, you know, doing that, I could get it. Because it was just an instant reaction. Where this one, yeah, Mikhail, somehow he got hit by that spear and managed to swim off and get his gear in and pull a grenade outside and killed himself. I mean, committed to killing himself, that guy. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's doing. He must love Ben, honestly. Like, after all that I was saying last episode, he's found out all this information. He's lying to him about the station, lying to him about these people. lied about, obviously, you know, what his plans are going in. Do you know what I mean? Like, just everything, the jammers, and he's still committed to the cause, and he killed himself, and he blew that thing up. And to me personally, you know, I'm not going to go in too hard on it because it was a great episode. There's loads of action, and I really like Charlie as a character, but he could have made it out that door. I just think it was really unnecessary, to be honest. Like, I think he managed to go to the door and shut the door before the grenade actually exploded, and I don't really get that. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have literally ran out the door and closed it and locked it, and then when he blew that grenade up and the water come flooding in, they would have had a little small time period there when the tank was filling up when Charlie was inside, but it being on the outside, for him to kit up and go. And also, I said as well, before he actually, you know, put the code in the system, he could have kitted up. I would have kitted up. I just would have, because it's unknown what was going to happen in that station once you put that code in. And, you know what I mean? I'm sad that he's gone. I think he's been a good character. I mean, do you know, is it going to elevate Claire? I don't even know. Like, I don't like pulling deaths for no reasons, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like Boone, Shannon, Charlie, Mr. Echo. None of them have really had any big, massive impact of, like if it was the others coming in, like when Charlie nearly first died the first time when Ethan took him, I would have get that. Like, it makes sense. It was that war. It was in a fight. It was a scrappy chase. Do you know what I mean? Like, all that. But, like, the way they've all kind of died is random. You not think? Like, so Boone fell on a plane. It didn't have to happen, his death. Do you know what I mean? Like, he could... Shannon got shot by Anna Lucille, but again, you know, that was a shock factor. It was pretty good, but again, it didn't have to happen. Mr. Echo, he's been killed off the island out of nowhere. Literally no build-up. Again, they not really, like, played any other factor into it of his death. And then Charlie, here again, like, it's just... I don't know if the deaths are necessary. I mean, they're good, and, you know, it's sad, and I can't believe he's gone, and that means that hopefully, if he's missing next season, another character gets implemented in, because we do love cast members, and I thought Juliet might have died when she was moving back to the camp with Sawyer and that. But it's been a chaotic episode. Teased us with Jin, Bernard, and obviously Sayid dying, but it didn't happen. I was confident that didn't happen because we actually didn't see it. I don't know what information that... you know, Ben has on this Naomi, if I'm being totally honest. He knew that she isn't what she said she was, and he knew that they've been trying to come to the island for so long, and I don't know how he knows that, and he does have information on everybody, and, you know, I feel like sometimes people are cryptic, and just need to spill it out. Like, Locke needed to explain better to Jack a minute ago why he shouldn't be making that call. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was just cryptic, and he didn't really explain himself well, so I would have made the call if I was Jack. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need a proper solid validity, you know what I mean, like, thing to actually believe, yeah, I'm not going to ring this number and potentially save myself from this island. They've been here for like 90 days. Like, give me a better reason, Locke, than you not wanting it to. You know what I'm saying? And he just walked off then. How did he even get out of that pit, to be honest? He must have got the strength to climb out. Who knows? What did Walt tell him? There's loads of things. You know, Russo, I love the embrace that she had with, obviously, Alex. It's great. Ben actually said that's your mum as well. That was interesting. You know, she's loving it. I really want Russo to just have a happy ending. She didn't want to get off the island either, did she? She said, look, if they come, I'm staying. This is my home now. So it's very interesting, very exciting. Nadia's obviously been killed. How are these people going to react when they come? You know what I mean? Can't wait to see next season. It kind of teased us that they've left the island and then people will go back. So if they do go back, I'm expecting them to, because, I mean, what we're going to have 3 seasons just living in a normal world. It's not going to be lost anymore, is it? So crazy stuff, honestly. I mean... I wonder if you start next season, like in the future, and they're in civilization, but the main story is in the backstory, and we have loads of flashbacks and how they got to this point. You know what I mean? Like, I've watched some shows before where, like, you start the season and somebody dies, and you're like, fucking hell, Jack's died. And then you've got 20 episodes of all the build-up to how Jack's died. You know what I mean? And that's maybe how we could do it. We could start the season with everybody in normal, you know, normal world, and then we go back and we see the, you know, we see the point of the phone call and then how we got to them being there. Do you know what I mean? So that'll be interesting as well. I have no idea how they're playing it out, but it's been a really good season. Personally think this potentially is the best one so far. I've really enjoyed it. I thought bringing the others in has just elevated it just a little bit. And I feel like the way we utilised the characters and the stories that have been given has been fantastic. So hopefully guys have the same opinion. If not, it doesn't matter. Vote in, you know, in the description below, and I can't wait to see which is your favourite season in the final one when we do the vote. So thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers guys.